This is All Hitches, the Nova Football Podcast.
Yo, tune in, lock in, it's the All Hitches show. Dash and Dan on the mic, let the Nova tales flow. From the booth to the field, we hitch up the truth. All Hitches podcast, drop the beat, here's the proof. Dash and Dan in the cut, bringing heat to the game.
This episode is brought to you by Fairfax Football Academy, the best QB training and development in Northern Virginia. Follow on Instagram at Fairfax Football Academy. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. This show is sponsored by Natural Red Catering, traditional caterer located in Springfield that deliver to all of Northern Virginia. They do slow smoked barbecue, lots of other cuisine. Mesa loves the brisket. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. All right, they do high school banquets, homecoming, prom, pregame, postgame, you name it, all seasons, they do it. And as a little bonus, and you're going to find out how good it is, some of the players are going to find out how good it is later on, they will be providing smoked turkey leg at the playoff game pre-Thanksgiving. So these are the guys to go to for any catering, Natural Red Catering.
All right, welcome back to All Hitches, Nova's #1 football podcast. Coach Mesa, happy Sunday, buddy.
Yeah, good Sunday. Although I was going to bring this up. I was going to bring this up to our personal conversation. I was walking to the kitchen, and my wife was like, "Welcome back to All Hitches."
And you're like, yeah, it's that time. We're getting ready to record.
Yeah, no, she was saying it to herself. Like she was, I guess it became an earworm stuck in her ear. She didn't know I was there, but I heard.
Oh, she didn't know you were there.
No.
That's a true fan. We need to send her a shirt.
Yeah. I thought that was funny. Yeah, she got the rhythm down.
Awesome.
What a Saturday, huh? What a college football Saturday, huh?
We were just talking about it. I mean, there's a lot of storylines. A lot of you got the Indiana storyline, right? You got the Penn State storyline. And here it is, and Nova, and I think you're probably realizing this now. There's a lot of Penn State fans in Northern Virginia.
Yeah, actually, I think we talked about that last year. We were at a Saturday game, and like there was like 15 people like, hear the Penn State score, hear the Penn State score, hear the Penn State score. It seems like that is one of the go-to like out-of-state universities.
They're a cult. I've always said it. The Penn State, no offense to all you Penn Staters out there, but it's a cult in this area.
Yeah. Is it one of the ones where you can get the out-of-state license plate, which is weird? The out-of-state license plate you can get here in Virginia is a very like small. Like at first I was like, well, can you get any college? But it's only a few. It's like NC State. It's like a few other ones that they do here, which I find interesting. I always wonder how that came to be.
How's Carl feeling this morning? Carl, if you're out there, call us if you need any help. He was already distraught about Penn State coming into the game.
Yeah.
So how about Indiana?
What about Indiana? I actually don't know. I'm not being kept up.
Indiana's cruising. Not really.
Oh yeah.
Not really the football capital of the Midwest. You know what I mean?
It's a Hoosier story, right?
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They were even the quarterback yesterday.
Wait, so now I'm getting my bearings here a little bit. That was a former JMU coach, right?
It is, isn't it?
It's the former JMU coach.
Yeah.
He left
Wow. Well,
JMU and went up there.
Guy's a winner.
Yeah.
Like Mike Singletary. He likes winners.
Possibly getting the playoffs.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, they keep winning, they'll be all right, but they got some tough games ahead.
Going back to James Franklin, and one, I think James Franklin's a really good coach. I'm not.
He is a good coach.
He's a good coach, but he really has had some cachet with really not ever really winning anything, right? I think he has a Rose Bowl. Yeah. The Saquon, right? The U.S. Saquon, right. They run the Rose Bowl, but other than that, like he hasn't been able to give. I mean, and his record against, was it top 10 teams or top 5 teams, like over?
Yeah, I agree. I think he's a good coach. At times, and what do I know? I just watch. I'm not a Penn State fan, so I just see clips.
Yeah.
Does come across a little arrogant in some of the clips.
Yeah.
But again, who knows? Who knows? Sometimes just that's how they want to show it. And if it's someone who's a fan showing you a certain clip, or not a fan showing you a certain clip. But yeah, he'll get hired quickly somewhere else.
Yeah. But he's got a really long leash, right? For him to be over against top 10 teams and still keep his job, he's got a pretty long leash. So I mean, he's been able to kind of weather the storm. But
now, someone who might not have a long leash, we were talking about him as well, Bill Belichick in North Carolina.
Yeah. I mean, we're a long way from them. They scored that opening touchdown drive, and Lawrence Taylor and Michael Jordan and Roy Williams were all shaking hands and smoking cigars, right?
A lot of they're celebrating. He like you said, he gets the big buyout. We were talking, before the show, you and I, about what was the bigger disappointment. But the bigger disappointment probably Penn State and Franklin only because
they were number 2, right?
yeah, and once the story came out of Belichick and the 20-year-old girlfriend, all that kind of stuff, I think people were very skeptical at that point.
Well, I mean, who wasn't though, right? Did anyone ever think Bill Belichick would be a good college coach?
Yeah. Mike Lombardi, good GM. Mike Lombardi wasn't a good. There's a famous Al Davis quote. I'm sorry for all you UNC fans out there. Mike Lombardi's been fired from every job he ever had. And he kind of had been. I mean, and now he's at you, and they're paying him big bucks to be the GM of UNC football. Ugh.
Yeah. I'd heard that his buyout's actually really small for Belichick.
Okay.
If he gets another job. And I mean, I heard it on the sports talk radio, as people our age do. They were saying that he is currently actively looking for another, like he can get a media job and they can buy him out. I think he knows, right? He knows it.
Yeah. And media job for him would be pretty good, I think, for Belichick.
Yeah.
Because I think he's actually better than people give him credit for. I mean, I saw him in the Tom Brady roast. He's actually pretty good.
I just thought about it. You and I have been talking about the return of that NFL Films breakdown show that used to be with Jaws.
Oh.
Have Belichick, right?
He'd be great at
He'd
it.
be great at it, right?
Jaworski, Belichick.
Yeah.
Bring them all. Merrill Hodge. Bring them all back.
Oh, get Belichick and Orlovsky, right? Get them there.
The modern day version, Orlovsky and Belichick.
Belichick doing NFL. What was that show called? What was it called? NFL Film. Was it called NFL
Film Edge Sunday Matchup?
Edge Sunday Matchup. That was it.
Edge, because they're sponsored by the Razors, right?
Yeah.
God, they don't make like they did in the 80s and 90s, buddy.
No. Yeah.
Well, but I'll tell you what they do make like 80s and 90s. Good players.
Yeah,
good players then. We got good players now, buddy.
Yeah, we have some excellent players of the week coming up this week. Some guys who had some big days and big games.
Big days, big games. As always, this segment brought to you by Team DDA, huge part of North Virginia real estate market for over 36 years. They build relationships. They deliver results. Contact them today at Team DDA. Tell them Dash and Dan sent you. I'll tell you what, buddy. There was no shortage of options this week. No shortage.
No.
Just tons of players to choose from, and we had to make some tough decisions.
Yeah,
and we did it. But as always, let's start it off in national. Bennett Hardy from Mount Vernon versus Justice. Guy was all. You talked about Lawrence Taylor earlier. This guy was all over the field.
Yeah, so I think sometimes Mount Vernon's defense does not get the recognition it is with guys like Joey Lee and Moret on offense. But Mount Vernon's good, man.
They are good,
dude. I'm telling you, I could see them getting past that first round this year. I 100% see them being, and Coach Holland being a defensive guy too, right?
Right.
So he has a really solid offense. Coach Holland coming in with his defensive background, and then go to show with the performances like that on Friday night.
I agree with you. I think Mount Vernon and guys like Bennett Hardy keep playing, they're gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Headed to Concord. South Lakes in the huge one. We'll talk about that game later against Oakton. It's the year of the kicker. 3 field goals. Nick Veroni. 3 huge field goals in a close game.
Yeah. And they need every point, right? I mean, with a 3-point win right there, he comes up with 9 points and an extra point that accounts for 10 points. In that game.
Yep.
With a big win right there, and with the 4-4, you want to stay away from that deadly first loss, because all of a sudden now you're trying to figure those things out. With a big comeback win too against Oakton, some pressure filled kicks, and we're gonna show some kickers some love, right? We hardly
got it, man. Yeah. Speaking of, you talk about the 4-4. If I'm the number 1 in Liberty, I'd be worried about playing the number 4 in Concord. Then we'll get to that right now, because Concord, obviously they had Nick Veroni. Liberty with big day. Herndon had a big win in the elimination game. Of sorts. Elimination of sorts. Liberty, Herndon versus McLean. David Castillo, the running back, big day, almost 100 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, so Herndon seems to kind of ride the ship, right? I mean, they're struggling early on, but now they're going in district play. They had that first district loss, which means they're fighting that second one, and essentially with that third loss, they've kind of eliminated McLean, right? So now there are three teams fighting for 2 spots.
Yep.
At this point, right? And look at Coach Richards really got his guys going the right direction, which is going to make that that McLean game, or that sorry,
Oh.
that Marshall game, huge. But yeah,
How
big
about, how
day.
about the WNL game coming up with Herndon? Woo!
Yeah, a big day around the football. You know, I know that's the identity they want there, right? Kind of
Smash mouth.
that ground and pound, good defense. It looks like Coach Richards really got them
They
going.
came out. They came out in a couple times in Wishbone. You would have loved it. Came out in Wishbone.
They had was it not Jamel Holloway? What was his name? The quarterback from Oklahoma. Yeah, California guy too, Holloway. Yeah, they're coming out. You got Marcus Dupree back there.
Yeah, I was going to do Dupree.
You got
Look,
Billy Sims back there.
if you got to worry about these guys kind of tweaking it every week,
Yeah.
right? Run a little Wishbone. You got Herndon WNL might be must see TV next week.
Oh yeah. Oh, is there a little teaser right there, possibly?
Yeah, buddy. Patriot. Go with a Patriot. And the man who's taken Nova by storm. 30 carries, 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's the guy right there. They call him Booby Wickham from Texas, the West Springfield running back.
Yeah, with the big game. You know, they definitely. I know there had been some talk about you know his lack of carries last few weeks, and not this week. He got all. They made up for it with 30 carries, right? They made up for the amount of carries that people are saying, oh, you know, why isn't he getting the ball more? But I mean, 30 times. I mean, anybody time you get the ball 30 times, I mean that's a pretty big workload. I'm sure he got the ice bath on Saturday.
30 carries is like 1990s New York Giants Otis Anderson carries.
Yeah,
a lot of carries.
Yeah.
So good on him, man. So yeah, that Booby Wickham taking the area by storm. All right, in Cardinal, another running back, Marquis Sharp for Woodbridge, 147. Wow.
Yeah, you know, we talk a lot about the receiving core they have over there, right? With both Vinny Hill and his younger brother. You know, when we saw them play against North Stafford, that pass game was pretty explosive, but they can run the ball too. Again, complete offense, right? With that behind that big offensive line.
Yeah.
Big game against Forest Park. Kind of grinding it out right there. But they continue to roll. They continue to roll.
They are rolling. And then finally, Cedar Run in what might have been the game of the week, game of the year, upset of the year, whatever you want to say. Patriot ends the battlefield streak.
Yeah.
And we named the Patriot defense as our players of that game.
They didn't give up a touchdown either. The only touchdown score, and we'll get into the highlights, was a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Wow.
Went into Battlefield, was able to end the streak on Battlefield's home. It was like they had their first loss on the road. It was at home. But huge win. Patriot after the kind of that slow start where everyone was like, oh man, is Patriot even gonna make the playoffs this year?
Wow.
Looks like they may end up win the district.
Unbelievable. All right, and then we head to highlight of the week. So we're going to go sailing, my good friend. We're going to go sailing with our good friend at Dominion Yachts. As always, sponsors our highlight of the week. This week we have Cardin Stover with a 73-yard run. And a big
you know, we've talked a lot about all year about the passing game over at Centerville, but I mean, watch him take this thing to the house right here.
Wow.
I mean, hits the hole, goodbye,
gone,
touchdown. I mean, that was not this touchdown run. That wasn't a touchdown right there. That's the longest run he has on here.
Look at that. There's one from the if you haven't, there was also one from the end zone cam.
I got this one here from the end zone cam here.
Yeah, this is a long one too. It's not 73, but
no.
That was a 73 was the other one, but this one's just
although he's a thick kid, man.
He is. Look at that. He saw that hole, hit it, and paid it right there, man. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
If they get this running game going with this elite passing game they have, look at that.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna be talking a lot about them. Good speed on the Chantilly guy. Nice up on the play.
Play of the week right there.
Yeah.
Congrats to him.
Yeah. So as always, Dominion Yachts, First Mate, local boat sales. Call for an estimate or to buy and sell your boat. Dominion Yachts. All right. So Cardin Stover, congratulations, young man. That's a hell of a day, man. And Centerville just keeps on trucking, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of keeping on trucking, a lot of highlights this week, buddy. A lot of highlights as we get into it. And we're going to kick things off with what was the game of the week. I mean, we knew it coming in, Madison Westfield, and it definitely lived up to the hype.
Yeah, so what are we kind of waiting? These are brought to you by NFHS Network. If you're interested in subscribing, remember Hitch94 is where you want to go. All right, so it definitely was a slugfest early on. What Madison doing, right? With gonna rip off this big run right here. I mean, they just get guys running the football, don't they?
They do.
I mean, they're just a load right there. But the Westfield defense played well though all night.
They really did.
But the passing game from Madison might be the other thing that's really kind of taking everybody by surprise a little bit. I mean, not by surprise, but just it's not your typical Madison, right? Madison for the last few years has been very much just kind of smash mouth.
And especially when you graduate, essentially your best receiver and best quarterback.
Now here goes that running back right here, who people have told us might be the best running back in the area.
He's a monster.
Yeah, I mean he's just a load to bring down. I mean, look, he's big as a lineman over there.
Yeah.
So Madison going to take a 6 after the X point coming. I think Madison takes a 7 here, and Madison has chances, but like we talked before about the Westfield defense, right? The Westfield defense kind of big up, but this right here, don't make a bad play worse.
Yes.
Don't make it, and I think I said it when I on there, saying I've said it a ton of times. Don't make a bad play worse, and tip right there, it's a huge swing. Takes again to the second quarter right here. Carlson with the touchdown in roughly the corner of the end zone. The end zone for the touchdown for Westfield. To take a 14-7 lead.
Carlson, when he's on, man, he's so good.
Yeah. But Westfield with essentially a 2-score lead with about 9:35, but Madison just does not give up. They do not give up right here, right? I mean,
we said it. I mean, they're such a clutch team, right?
Yeah,
such a clutch team.
Run the football right there. Again, down by 10, not panicking at all, right? Not getting out of their comfort zone right here. But again, the Westfield defense though does continue to step up to the plate right here.
That.
With the big sack right there. Let's set up a Madison long field goal, which they do hit to trim the lead to 1 score. And then this is where nervous time kind of kicks in, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, look at touchdown right here. The pass game of Madison.
Well, they got the ball back.
Yeah, into the end zone. Now here comes essentially the play of the game right here. Now you and I both talked about.
We talked about it. We did.
2:27 was a lot of time left.
Well, they had all the momentum. They were on it was 17-7.
Yeah.
So they're essentially on a 10-point run. Yeah. They had dominated the fourth quarter.
Now, but if I remember correctly, I don't think there was any conversation. I think they knew they were going for it.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, right?
But it's one of those things where they make it, everyone's like, oh, he's a genius, right? You miss it, you don't get it, and everyone's like, oh, what was he thinking?
But again, the Madison defense just kind of steps up, man. Look at the heat they give right here.
Yeah.
No time to go.
The D did their thing. He didn't have a chance. He didn't have a chance.
So that was the ball game right there. But something tells me that this is not going to be the last time they see each other. I mean, odds are those two teams are going to see each other again, right?
How's Voss? We got to check in on our buddy Voss because that's a win. But every week, I mean, does he still have a full head of hair? Is it gray? Right? Like,
yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah.
Every game is just like the wins, the losses, whatever it is. They're all just great battles.
Yeah. Fun
games for us, the audience. Probably not fun for the coaches who are in it, in that way in terms of stress level. So man,
but when you're coming out with wins, I think maybe it's a little better.
Oh well, I just mean in the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment, it's stressful as hell, one way or the other. Yes, the payoff is great when it's a win.
Yeah.
When it's a loss, not so much.
Yeah.
But man, every week, one thing about them, talk about being battle tested. They've played everybody.
Yeah.
They've won some, they've lost some, but they've played everyone. When they get into a playoff time, they're going to be a tough team to stop. And Madison.
100%. Have all the last 3 games with those two teams been 1-score games?
Yeah, I think so. That's
all correct. 3, right? They've been 1-score games.
Wow.
And one team leading a comeback. I mean, Madison almost did it again, right? They've had to come back twice in those 2 games, and they're about to do it one more time.
Yeah, and we called it. We did call it.
Yeah.
And skin of our teeth. Yeah. But I remember both of us saying that we just thought that the best player on the field would be Westfield kids, and that might be the edge in this close game.
I'm curious what the bracket's going to look like for them. Like, how does it set up? It's
Who's
one.
the,
It's
who's the
one.
one seed? Who's
Yeah,
the
no,
one seed?
but are they? But how do they seed them? Because I thought it was 1 versus 4 in the Liberty. So is it? Are they just on opposite ends of the bracket? Like, how does that work? So does that mean in the second round you could play a? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I think second round it opens up.
Do they reseed them?
No, they don't reseed it.
Because like, if you had a 1 and a 2 seed, would you say, okay, the Concord is the 1 seed and the Liberty is the 2 seed? Like, I'm just curious what that bracket looks like.
The coaches should know. Maybe we'll reach out to some of the coaches this week and find out.
But congrats to Westfield on a big win.
Congrats.
And hats off to Madison, right? I mean, down 10 points, they almost make the rally all the way back, which was huge for them. So
something tells me we might be seeing both those teams again.
I'd imagine so. I'd imagine so.
Wow. All right. That was a great way to kick things off here. And it just keeps on going. These games this week were probably one of the best weeks since like week 3.
Yeah.
Let's go right to it. When what might have been the upset of the season, Battlefield and Patriot. And remember, Battlefield was our wire to wire up until this point, number 1 seed in our power rankings.
I mean, big win last week. A big win last week, but with Patriot coming into town, the team that ended their season last season, right?
Last team to beat him was Patriot, and that was kind of
Patriot. So they've kind of got that monkey off their back early on, right here. Patriot. I mean, look at them run the football, man.
Yeah, and the freshman quarterback, young, is it Anthony?
Now here comes Battlefield's only touchdown in the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
gone.
Well, they must work a lot on kickoff return over there, huh? Look at this. Whoop.
Ooh,
Whoop.
Beautiful move.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Big run for Battlefield right there. But this freshman quarterback is look at this. Look at that.
This guy's the real deal. He's got that area pretty excited, man.
Yeah. Battlefield with a big run right here.
Battlefield doing what Battlefield does, buddy.
Yeah, but Patriot turns them away.
They do. Patriots D is so good.
Yeah.
Led by a Penn State linebacker. I mean, what do you expect?
I mean, that can talk about. Look at that hit right there.
Oh, that was a fumble too.
Yeah.
Hey, this is our players of the game, buddy. The Patriot D.
Yeah. But big win for that Patriot squad, and it's really gonna. I mean, this will be the first time if Patriot can win out that you'll have a brand new champ in Cedar Run.
If Patriot wins out, they're the champs.
Yeah.
No one would have thought that coming because it was such a rebuild, right? You lost Knutson.
Carter.
You lost the running back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean two high level players.
Yeah.
And
but I think that speaks to kind of talent that's coming out of that area right now, right?
It does. It really does.
Out of that, whether in Nokesville, Gainesville.
Well, it also speaks to the defense.
Yeah.
Right. You lost an all-region quarterback and an all-region running back. You replaced him with a freshman quarterback who's good. He's a freshman though, right? He's going to take time. And with a kind of a running back by committee sort of. Yeah. And you're winning close games.
Yeah.
And low scoring games. That's a team, and kudos to the coach because he knows that's the kind of team they are.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and also he caught them out of the tailspin, right? They were in a tailspin early in the season.
Yes.
They were in a total tailspin, and they've kind of worked themselves out, and now they got themselves a chance to win themselves a district championship.
Wow. So great job by Patriot and Battlefield. I mean, like we said earlier, they'll be around.
They'll be around, and maybe in their head, in some kind of weird way, they're like, well, let's get this out of our system now.
Yeah.
Now let's go in the playoffs and not have the undefeated streak kind of hanging over our head.
It is kind of annoying, I'm sure, on some level, right? Yeah. Like, and especially if you're these players. Imagine if you're a 2-year starter at Battlefield.
Yeah.
You're defending the streak, and you're like, man, like I've only been here for 2 of these. Yeah. So good for Patriot. Huge statement. That could be the changing of the guard.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, speaking of undefeated streaks, my friend, the one that no one was talking about this season, and kind of the unheralded AC Titans, undefeated, putting it on the line against Westpo.
Yeah. So again, brought to you by good old NFHS.
No one does it
And
better.
Hitches. It was a really good game too between these two teams right
It
here.
really was.
Early on, Westpo takes a 7.
Great throw. Great throw.
Yeah. I think Westpo's a little underrated too, as well. I think
so too. I agree with you.
But here comes that play. God, look at this kid go.
Wow.
Look at that. I mean,
They really found something in him.
yeah. Well, luckily they got that ball back right there. But
Right.
I mean, and the thing with them right is that you know that play is coming.
Yes.
You know it's coming.
Everyone knows it's coming.
Yeah. I mean, here it comes again. But
Now, this is one that no one knows. No one knows this is coming.
look at that. Look,
They
tip.
got it. See, people say that they can't throw the ball. Yeah, they can.
Yeah. And you know they turn around here and they take a lead. Here it comes, run right at you. I mean, you practice all week and until you see it, I think in live in living color. I mean, that kid can run. I mean,
Yes, he can run.
yeah,
So some people were starting to think, okay, Westpo's in trouble here,
Yeah.
but they can throw the ball, they can run the ball. They're a pretty balanced team.
yeah. And this is our first time. Now here goes
That's
a big
huge,
play of the game right here, right? I
Huge
mean,
play because really AC was playing pretty safe, smart football at that point.
yeah. Which they end up getting the ball back right there, and I believe they get a touchdown after there, right there. In fact, it's coming up right here.
There it is.
Little toss, little fake toss,
Good play.
right to the tight end right there. So it's 14-14 game at the half, and both of you were pretty surprised. We thought maybe AC might be able to pull this off.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Get
sure.
another win.
Yeah,
But
look at this
look at the speed from Westpo right here.
big play.
We haven't talked about the Westpo quarterback. You know, he looks pretty good.
They have a history of good quarterbacks over there.
Yeah, and I know it's his first year starting, right? Because last year it was I can't think of the kid's name, but
It was Sanchez.
Sanchez. But here comes that AC running game, right?
There it is.
Yeah, 21 all. I believe this is the third quarter. Don't pay any attention to it.
Right, that was the third quarter.
At the bottom.
And third quarter, 21 all.
But they missed the extra point.
Yeah, that's right.
They missed the extra point. Little throwback right there. Big hit though, but you know Westpo keeping the ball away from AC, and that missed extra point loomed large.
It did loom large.
For the rest of the game. I believe that's the end of the highlights. It ends up in 21-20.
Yeah, 21-20, the extra point, man. Those can be brutal sometimes.
Yeah, the year of the kicker.
Year of the kicker, the good, the bad, and the ugly, right?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. But congrats to Westpo pulling off the win. AC though, I mean, still with their 5 wins.
Still a good team. Don't
good
not
team.
underestimate AC.
No, and still trying to make sure. And I think I've talked about how the playoff thing now is max plus, but we can't find what the plus means.
We'll figure it out. We're on the case, detectives.
Yeah.
We're on the case. We got a couple things to figure out with the scoring and playoff brackets. You just asked a good one about the other region.
Yeah.
About the 1 versus the 4 and how it's going to work out in round 2. Are they going to reseed all that kind of stuff?
Right.
We got to figure that out.
Yeah.
We got to figure out, like you said, what is the formula?
Right.
And are they hiding it from people? Because sometimes that's how things go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a great one. And there's going to be some changes in the old top 10 power rankings, my friend.
I think so too.
I think so too. All right. Well, the fun's just begun. We got Woodbridge, Forest Park in a battle that, people didn't see coming. People thought maybe Forest Park would just roll over, and that's not what this Forest Park team does.
No, the Forest Park team is pretty impressive. But that Woodbridge defense, I think is really underrated.
Yeah.
Really underrated this year, just because the offense just gets so much. I mean, we've seen some shootouts last few years. On the road, Forest Park and their pink for the breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, it looks good. The pink was sharp.
I know Dash loves the white helmet. I know it's his favorite type of helmet.
I'm a big white helmet guy. Not a big white helmet guy. Maybe that's why I don't like Penn State.
Oh, maybe. But that Woodbridge offense, so really good all year. But Forest Park really did play him tough. It was, I believe it's.
We know, right? That running game at Forest Park with our guy Lewis, it's just so good.
So many Lewises out there.
A lot of Lewises.
And this ends up coming in for a touchdown for Woodbridge to take a 7. Actually, no, 8-0 lead. I believe they go for 2. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they end up going for 2. and getting it. I believe it ends up 8-0. Verified, yes. I'm sorry, it was 7-0. Excuse me. But Forest Park, I mean, watch this throw.
Forest Park bombs away Forest Park.
But I think it's also because you have to play the run, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's right.
They have to be able to start commenting that run game a little bit.
This is not your big brother's Forest Park team. They'll throw the ball.
No. Good pass, but they have to get a field goal. I believe out of that drive. It's now 7-3. This is about the end, towards the end of the half right here. I believe is that Vinny Hill.
Vinny Hill, man, play the yakety sax.
But the half ends up being 7-3 at the half. God, look how big that fullback is from Woodbridge. That's a big kid, man.
Let's watch him here.
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't have to do anything. Oh, he stopped. The play kept going. Look at that. When you got guys like this, the plays don't end. Play never ends.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, actually, that was our guy. That was our.
Now they only got a field goal though out of that right there.
That was Marquise Sharp, a player of the week.
That was Marquise Sharp. Yeah. So I mean, with the, I mean, runs like this, right? Runs like this guy. He's a physical runner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Slippery, physical runner, hard to bring down. Woodbridge kind of showing off that run game, which we've seen a ton. And I believe this is the touchdown right here that kind of ends it. That kind of puts it away. You know, Forest Park just had issues.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively, I thought they played well again. 10-3 against a really
against a team like this.
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that against was it Stafford?
Yeah.
Put up like 50-some points.
I know, man. It's a Forest Park. Give them all the credit in the world.
Yeah.
Give them all the credit in the world. But Woodbridge, they're here to stay.
Yeah.
And they're going to be a problem come playoff time.
I'm sure there's someone in your top 10.
They may or may not be. They may or may not be. I've had them in my top 10 for weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not that much of a jerk about the pressure increase. Come on now. All right, buddy. Well, we move on. And this was kind of a sneaky game of the week, I thought, coming in. I was wrong. Pretty one-sided. But West Springfield, Yorktown, kind of a fun non-conference game in a week where there was a lot of conference games.
Yeah, not just that though, but last year's game was a nail biter last year, and I thought we'd see more of it. Again, brought to you by NFHS, Hitch 25. Get your discount off there. But West Springfield, you know, we talk a lot about Centerville's offense. West Springfield might be right up there with them, right?
Oh yeah,
complete offense. Scott Lewis.
Actually, I said on the live show, West Springfield is the Centerville of the other region.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think this is one of the many carries. I mean, I think it might be the first time I've seen that backfield before with the two fullbacks in there.
Yeah,
kind of the H's right there.
And we know they have a plethora of running backs over there.
Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot. So West Springfield takes a 7-0. End up being 10-0 right here. Here he is again. I mean, is he the best back in the region right now?
I mean, look, I know. As you like to say, Walter Peyton Priest Holmes might have something to say about that.
Yeah.
But that's kind of those two are duking it out for the All-Region Award, I think.
Yeah. Big pass right here to our guy Brady Owens.
Look at him. Just feed Gronk, right? Feed Gronk.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's all legs, right? He's like 5 yards every step.
Yes. Such a stud.
Yeah. It was nice being able to see Yorktown on Yorktown's field, right, on the NFHS.
Yeah, I liked it. I don't know what happened, but I like it.
Another touchdown right here.
Just keep feeding Booby, man.
Yeah.
Scott Lewis is like, this is great.
Yeah. Ends up being a 24-0 lead.
I'm shocked though, Mason. I'm shocked at the win here. I mean, and how big of a win it was, I guess.
Yeah.
This is a tough Yorktown team.
Yeah, icing on the cake right here, especially against the run, right? You know, Yorktown's not playing, is playing the run.
And Yorktown's a tough place to play, too.
Oh, 100%. Track on the outside of the stands.
Track on the outside.
The play right here. I mean, although, you know, Coach Hicks did tell us, you know, that Yorktown's pass game, and I think they really have developed a really solid pass game this year.
Yes, they really have.
Yeah.
They got some big threats. There were a couple times you and I were like, is that Brady Owens or is that Brady Owens? You couldn't tell on the screen. And if we're confusing guys with Brady Owens, that means they have big receivers.
Yeah, I mean.
They never said it's a big guy.
Yeah. So Yorktown's able to get on the board right here with the touchdown, but, you know, it was all West Springfield all the time.
Yeah, I mean the story of the game is the West Springfield, obviously the offense, but the defense too, holding Yorktown to 7.
Yeah.
You know, no, I feel like the West Springfield D is kind of the unsung hero.
Yeah.
Right, week in and week out.
Well, Yorktown have been piping hot. They've been piping hot, but West Springfield's got something for everybody, and that match against Lake Braddock's going to be.
Oh, it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. Where things are now shaping up, where we can kind of see what's going to be the battle for maybe the.
Well, I mean, we only got 4 more weeks of regular season football.
Yeah, that's true. And that was kind of the battle of Lido's versus, as we know, right? We had a couple marquee matchups. You had in the Westfield Madison game, right? It was Backyard Grill versus Vienna Inn.
Yeah.
And then here you had Lido's versus good old Lebanese Taverna. So kind of a fun matchup of sponsors for us.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, next one up, we stay in Patriot of sorts, and we're going to go SoCo Robinson. Big one here.
Yeah, a very good historical matchup, right, between these two. I mean, these guys are have been playing a lot of big games. So another recap. And once again, everyone's gonna look at the final score and think to themselves that Robinson isn't playing well, but they played pretty well. But
they did.
SoCo offensively, I think is really dynamic. Look at that move right there. Look at that move.
I like that SoCo QB, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. And South Carolina though is a tough place to play, right? I mean, it just is. Another misstep on special teams though. I mean,
special teams. We know who's not happy about that right now, don't we?
Who?
Coach Pannoni's not happy about the South County special teams there.
Yeah, he takes a lot of pride.
He took a lot of pride in that over the years.
But that leads to a big touchdown for Robinson, right? Robinson is back in the game.
Huge.
Where South County get the ball back, possibly score again. Starts to get separation, and now it's 10-7. But South County comes right back and answers to kind of get some distance between them right before the half, right?
Right.
So it's always nice to kind of get that 10-7 is a tough one to walk into, and now since it's a 2-score thing.
But Robinson, they scored again, made it 9.
Yeah. Look at that! Look at that right on the shoulder. That's pretty ball, isn't it?
Freaking rainbow, man.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, you're right. That South County quarterback is pretty good. I mean,
he's a real deal.
And that
and
offense.
He's athletic too. He can move.
Yeah.
Now they pull away now.
Yeah.
But Robinson really hung in there. It's the fourth quarter now, Mason.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that quarter. You see him duck? Look at that Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. I like this guy.
Yeah. No. South County, with that really tough loss, right? That tough loss to West Springfield. I mean, they should be right there, right in it. But showing off that another facet of their game, right? That run game right there.
That run is like close to being a 99-yard run, by the way.
And actually, Robinson ends up getting within a score.
They do. Robo, and we talked about this on the show on Friday night. Coach Blair still has them believing. They haven't given up yet. They fought back to make it a ball game.
Yeah, they get the touchdown right here.
Little lefty, gonna run it in.
Yeah, touchdown run. They end up getting the 2-point conversion. I don't think I have that on here. Do I? I do not. They end up getting 2-point conversion and then missing then not getting the onside kick. But they were within one score.
Right.
They battle all the way back, and South County is a really tough place to play at, I just think Robinson is just this close to being on a finish game.
Yeah.
A few other breaks go their way.
Right. Kudos to Robinson. Tough team. They're not giving up. But the story of this is South County.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, I mean, that South County Lake Braddock game I think it's gonna be pretty good.
It is.
Yeah.
Don't count out South County. They got dudes. They got dudes. All right, buddy. Well, one last one, just because of the points and the fireworks, so you can't ignore it, right?
Yeah.
And maybe the number one team in all of Northern Virginia.
Yeah. So
Lake Braddock, Woodson. Talk about it.
Oh, hold on. I didn't share.
I mean, and it started off as kind of a slow scoring game.
Yeah, it was really surprising what the score was at the half between these two. But this is the first play of the game right here. In what is the best quarterback. I mean, God,
he just flicked the wrist.
Right behind the defense.
That ball's still moving. 80 yards down the field. The ball's still in the air.
Look at that. Look at the broken tackle.
Wow.
Now, pretty demoralizing, right? A team like Woodson comes in with kind of one win on the year.
Yeah, you're right. You would think a team would hang their heads and say, okay, we're done. We're out.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No, that's not ends up what happening. It is not the third overtime, in case anyone we're still in the, I believe, the second quarter.
I think it was still fun.
Yeah. Peyton Holmes with the touchdown with about 2:37. So it's only a 14-0 game at the half.
14-0, man.
14-0. But then Lake Braddock just turns it on.
Yeah, third quarter were kind of things get out of hand here in the third.
Yeah.
That's our guy right there, big tight end.
No, that's not Hibner.
That wasn't Hibner?
No, that wasn't Hibner. That was a running back. Woodson though had their chances, right? I mean, still 14.
14-0. You score here.
In the third quarter, and then they get the big stop right here.
Yeah.
And I believe Woodson does go for it, if I'm not mistaken. They end up.
I think they did. Well, you're down there. You figure you're down on the field score, but they just couldn't do it.
But the third quarter just
the dam broke. The dam broke here.
Yeah.
Look
at the wrist.
Boom.
Look at the wrist. And I think the tough thing is being able to simulate that in practice, right?
Yes.
Beyond simulate, I mean, you may not have anybody on your team, coach or anybody else, who can do that.
Yeah, you have a good point. If you're going to do it, if you're going to simulate that, good old Coach McBride is the best guy to simulate that.
Yeah.
Because how else are you going to simulate Ty Jackson's arm?
Yeah. That touchdown pass, though, right? From
there it is. Good old, I think that was Braden West.
Braden West, the touchdown pass right here.
But Braddock just didn't relent, man. 49-7. I think it's the fourth.
Tip pass, another tip pass.
Oof.
Yeah.
56-7 on their homecoming night too.
Yeah. It was a really close game at the half, and once again, the final score is somewhat misleading how competitive at least it was for a half, right?
Yeah, they fought hard. Woodson fought hard. Credit Coach McBride.
Yeah.
Coach Holtzapple, Coach Richmond for having their guys ready to go. We talked about it on the live show, and I said it reminded me of what a guy at Navy once said. Where if you look at some of the Navy scores when they would play some of the big boys, when Navy would play Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Close game at half. And you're like, hey, look at Navy. You're looking at the ticker. And you're like, look, Navy's playing Notre Dame tight. And then in the fourth quarter, you look at the score, and it's like 56-7.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, what happened? And he was like, we didn't have the dudes that they had.
Right.
We could play tight for a while, but then the dam would break.
Yeah.
And I think you're kind of seeing that there.
Yeah. But yeah, good game between the two for the half. Hats off to Woodson for fighting there, right, where no one gave him a shot.
Right.
To even compete, right? And especially on the first play of the game, a back-breaking 80-yard touchdown. And you still fight to a 14-0 game at the half. I mean, a good up on them. But, the story is Lake Braddock looks like they may be the best team in the area.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, on Woodson, similar to, we talk about Coach Blair. They're still playing for Coach Blair Robinson. They're still playing hard for Coach McBride at Woodson.
Yeah.
But like you said, the story is it's all about Braddock right now. They could be the number one team in Virginia. I've seen some polls that have them in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
I've seen some that have them, not number one in Virginia, but in top 3, top 5.
Yeah.
It might be the top. Even Nova. I mean, Doc's got him humming right now.
Yeah, he does. Absolutely.
So good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right, but those are kind of our highlights, right?
Yeah.
But we got the best of the rest, and there was some good action.
100%.
We'll kind of get into that now, buddy.
Well, there was one game in particular, right, that we couldn't find any. I couldn't find any highlights on because they're hidden and the camera was terrible.
Yeah. There was we'll kind of go down the list here.
Yeah.
In National, Annandale and Edison. Edison gets the first win of the season. Wins by a touchdown.
Yeah, and Edison trying to prime their way into a playoff spot. Again, we don't know exactly what's going to go on with Hayfield. We had heard that they're possibly appealing that because saying the coach is gone, the DSA is gone, the principal's gone, the kids are gone. You're punishing the uniform for people who had nothing to do with any of that. So we'll see what happens. But if they don't, right, somebody's got to take that spot, and Edison trying to line themselves up to be the one that takes that spot.
And kudos to Annandale. I mean, they're playing tough football right now.
Yeah.
I think Annandale's kind of could be the revival of Annandale football.
There you go, Coach Adams. Coach Adams is doing the Charles Dutton.
He is. He's looking on. He's looking on. Speaking of, you mentioned Hayfield. Speaking of Hayfield, they had a big game against St. Michael the Archangel. I think of John Travolta when I think of St. Michael the Archangel. What was that? What was that movie? It's called Michael.
Called Michael.
Yeah, it was. St. Michael won big time, 65-21. But that's a good St. Michael team.
Yeah, really good St. Michael with a lot of good players on it. It was left over from the previous schedule.
Right.
But, Hayfield has their eyes on something bigger and hoping that they can get their suspension overturned and be back in the playoffs.
Lewis and Falls Church, buddy. They're the real deal. I mean, celebrity deli sandwiches for everyone over there. I mean, they're playing lights out football.
Yeah, we talked about games coming up. That Falls Church Mount Vernon game is going to be must-see TV.
It really is.
Yeah.
And no one saw that coming. We saw it coming, though. And you especially saw it coming. You bought the Falls Church stock early.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. And one that, we don't really normally kind of talk about a lot of the 5A games, but Stonebridge, huge win over Lightridge after kind of avenging last year's loss in the regular season.
Yeah, it looks like Stonebridge is kind of got themselves steadied again, and a big win over. Is Stonebridge going 6A next year too with Lightridge, or is it just Lightridge?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. There's a lot of things that are cloaked right now in secrecy. Who knows? But yeah, big win for Stonebridge. Kind of moving down. We talked about McLean Herndon earlier, right? In our players of the week, talking about that a little bit. But Herndon with a big win. Herndon started to catch fire a little bit.
Yeah, but Herndon right now is trying to stave off elimination. McLean looks like it's done. Looks like because of the 4-4. Looks like the season is.
Yeah, I mean not 100%, but definitely
with 3 losses and they're only being 4 spots.
They might need to win out.
You have to win out. And a lot of things got to break right for you, right?
Well, I think if you're winning out, though, those things are happening.
Yeah. Well, also, I will say this. I've seen it where a team is kind of playing out the stretch, but they win a few games at the very end, and they have some momentum coming into the next year, right?
100%.
Yeah.
There's also that fun, which you and I have been part of, when you're kind of out of it, the playoff race, but you won a game or two at the end, and you go into week 10, that last game of the season. If you win your game and a couple weird things happen, you make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Even those things not being likely as a coach, it's important. Players, it's important to have that.
100%.
Right? So it's nice to be able to say, hey, if we win our game and this team and this team lose, we're in.
Now you're just kind of like, we can only control what we can control. Let's go out there and play the best we can.
Right. But Herndon, man, that's the story right now over there. They're starting to catch fire. And WNL, Langley already played him. But WNL and Yorktown are looking at that going, uh-oh. Because you had Josh Richards on the ropes, and they didn't knock him out, and he's coming back. And he's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
All right. Mount Vernon, the story in National this year. Big win over Justice.
Yeah, Mount Vernon looks like the real deal. I mean, we talk about them a lot. They looks like they're going to be heading to the playoffs, and they're going to be dangerous.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Oakton and South Lakes, a game that we wanted to have on the highlights, but it was a little glitchy. The camera work was glitchy on the feed over there, so we couldn't really get any good highlights. But what a game! South Lakes wins by 3 over Oakton.
Yeah, district play, big wins in district play right now, and so now Oakton's now is a little bit, like I said, on the ropes a little bit, right? They have a standing 8 count right now, and now they've got to come out and start fighting again. South Lakes, though, with getting that first district win, and for both those teams, things don't get any easier. I mean, there are no easy spots in the Concord district.
No games.
And Oakton battling there, man. I mean, they had the lead with about 30 seconds left to go in the game.
30 seconds to go. Oakton was up 14-3 in this game.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. What a knockdown, drag-out fight. And some interesting matchups coming up next week for those 2 teams for sure.
Oakton's lost 3 in a row.
Yeah. And
that team is very talented. They have a great head coach in Slay. They just got to figure things out right now.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Tough district, though, right? Tough district.
Very tough district.
There are no nights off. So, but I mean, we both like Coach Slay.
But in a tough district, you know, if if you're in a district like that, it's there's tiers, right? And I don't think this is controversial. If you're a team like Oakton, and you're coming off a 2-game, now it's a 3-game slide, but a 2-game slide coming into that South Lakes game, when you know that the upper echelon, the Westfield Madison games are on the horizon, you have to beat South Lakes.
Yeah. And I'm sure Coach Slade has been preaching a lot. Last year they kind of snuck up on some people. They're not sneaking up on anybody anymore, right? No one's saying, "Oh, we're playing Oakton this week. That's a win." No one's saying that anymore. Right. So I'm sure that's a huge part of it. But I think Coach Slade does a fantastic job over there.
He definitely does. That's why I'm shocked. That's why we're shocked.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't think anything of Oakton, we wouldn't be shocked right now. We think they're well coached. They have good players.
Yeah.
That's what makes it surprising.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun watching them down the stretch.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, here we go. Kind of the home stretch here. Wakefield and Langley, big win for Langley.
Yeah. Langley with their hiccup against Yorktown looks like they've kind of corrected that after that the Yorktown and the Westfield, but they're rolling through. They're rolling through. Heading for that big matchup, right, with WNL coming up.
Yeah. Oof. And speaking of which, WNL with the win over Marshall, 31-14. That was a close game early. WNL, let me put it this way. I mean, they're winning. They've won the last 2 games. But I'd say not firing on all cylinders the way we're used to seeing them firing on all cylinders. That's probably fair to say.
Yeah, and I think Marshall, tough to defend, tough to prepare for. But again, we're in district play, right? I mean, these teams all kind of know each other.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah, so I think that's the other part of it, right?
Well, get ready for Herndon WNL, buddy.
Yeah,
that's coming, and it's coming fast. All right, and heading out west, sir. Heading out west because there were a few games out there we needed to touch on. Osborne with a big win over Unity Reed.
Yeah, big win for Osborne.
And Coach Mel getting them right.
Coach Mel over there getting some wins, and they're competing, especially after the turmoil they start off with in the beginning of the season. Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, for sure. Colgan, big win over Freedom. Colgan's 5-1, rocking and rolling.
Yeah, after that really disappointing loss to Garfield, they kind of get themselves right, and I will say, man, I think it's happening next year. Freedom's got to drop down some divisions. I think. Yeah. I know they went based on school population, but if you're only able to get 30 kids out for football, you should be able to apply for something. I don't know.
No, I agree. I mean, screw the school population. In any school, if you only have 20 on a team, you can't worry about the 1,500 somebody has.
Right.
Or whatever they are, 1,800.
Yeah.
All right. Garfield, big win over Potomac Senior.
Yeah. That game. Now the Forest Park game, I think for them is the next path they're going to go through, or next big game they go through. But
big game.
The end of the season game, the last game 10 for them is going to be against Woodbridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be so fun.
Yeah.
And then finally, Independence, big win over Osborne Park.
Yeah, Independence trying to find a way to make sure they get in the playoffs. They got some tough games coming up. They lost Battlefield, but now they're going to have Gainesville and Patriot on the horizon. So we'll see.
Yeah. So that wraps up the best of the rest. And then we had St. James, the private circuit. We had St. James against the Hewlett Academy.
Hewlett Packard.
You son of a gun. You son of a gun.
They're walking around with their school issued laptops.
The IT guys at Hewlett Packard might have put up a better game.
I think it was 42-0 after the first quarter, something like that.
First quarter, yeah, it's rough. Oof. It's rough. One thing though, and I know the roster's not huge at St. James.
Yeah,
this might not pertain to them as much, although they have some guys who probably don't get burned in the close games.
Yeah,
but for any school, talking to some coaches this year, and something that not being on a powerhouse for a lot of the years that that we coached over at Woodson, and I know you've had both. You've seen both ends of it, the rich days and the not so rich days. It's important to have those days where you're beating someone like that, because it allows you to get those really good program guys that do all the right things, say all the right things, come to all the stuff, but whatever, they're not as physically talented as the other guys. And they don't get to play as much. And you get those big wins, you can get those guys in. Sometimes people complain and say, oh, why are they putting it on that team? Well, they're putting it on that team. So in about a quarter, they can put those other guys in.
Yeah, there's been times I've been at powerhouse places where, although your backup sometimes play more than your starters though, because when you start blowing teams out
In a game like that, sure.
Yeah. But you're right. I mean, and sometimes there's not a lot you can do about it. I mean, I've coached in games where you're trying to take the foot off the gas, and fluky things happen, tip pass. Like, trust me, there's been times where you're not trying to do it, and then all of a sudden, like, so, and I've been on both ends, and I'll talk about the last time I was on the opposite end. We were playing a team that was really talented when I was in California, La Mirada High School. They were rolling. They had a bunch of D1 kids. And they were just trying to run and they were so much better than we were. They were so much better than we were. I mean, it wasn't even close. They started running a wedge and then breaking it for touchdowns. They had their backups in. They ran wedge. The kid would slice through the pile and going, what are you going to tell the kid not to score?
Right.
Yeah. So, but you're right. Like you try your best to not. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's teams that will rub it in your face. But you're right though. Like, you're trying to put up, and also you don't want to be like, okay. So case in point, last year, Woodson and Yorktown. Yorktown was up comfortably, probably like 2-3 scores, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 scores. And then they put their backups in. Their backups aren't good as Woodson starters. Woodson scores. Now all of a sudden you got to throw your starters back in because now it's a game again.
Right. You got to put teams away sometimes.
You got to make a big enough separation where a couple scores isn't gonna be like, oh, hey kid, I know you're ice cold now. Can you get it back in the field because now the game's in danger again.
So yeah, sometimes people question, why some of these scores are who they are, and some of these powerhouse teams, they have a big rosters and they have guys, in general, that do a lot of good things, but just aren't the most talented, and they want to get those kids in. So, well, speaking of St. James, though, this is kind of our St. James segment. So after we kind of cover the publics normally, how about the news that they could be perhaps playing Modern Day, buddy? We're coming out. Nova's coming out to SoCal, and we're taking you and all your friends on, buddy. We're going to put a flag. We're putting the Northern Virginia flag. I don't even know if we should have a Northern Virginia flag. We're going to put the Northern Virginia flag. We're going to plant it right there.
I feel like it's more of a DMV flag than anything else at St. James.
All right, buddy. St. James is located in Northern Virginia. We're putting that flag. We're planning. We're taking over. We're going NWO time. We're taking over SoCal.
The good old Santa Ana Bowl in Santa Ana. I mean, congrats to those guys, man. I mean, it's a big ask. I mean, I think I told you, right? Over the last 5 years, Notre Dame, Modern Day's 21-0 against out-of-state competition. I mean, they take on all comers. I anticipate it's gonna be a good game. I anticipate it's gonna be a good game out there.
It's gonna be so fun.
Maybe after they can go to Disneyland and get some churros. They go to Disneyland.
Go to Disneyland. I mean, if they win that game, that needs to be the question. You just beat Modern Day at Modern Day. Where are you going to go next? We're going to Disneyland.
Another reason teams will do that is for recruiting, because that'll be a chance for schools like San Diego State and USC, UCLA, and Fresno, Arizona's right to come see your kids. That's a big thing, right? Is you're like, okay, we're going to be here. Your guy does not have to fly out to the East Coast to come see him. Let's give him some West Coast exposure, and
for sure. You say, hey, come out to the East Coast, come out to DMV, come out to Northern Virginia. Good football.
Come out to LA. It'll be fun. What was it? Die Hard. We blast. We're having fun.
So good stuff, man. So it'll be fun watching what St. James does. And they got a game coming up. The next couple of weeks are going to be tough.
Oh yeah, I mean they got 2, right? They got the team from Florida. They got St. Francis.
St. Francis. Yeah. I can't wait. So there's some fun stuff happening. The games are going to start getting really, really, really good all over Nova in the next week or two.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, speaking of things that are good and great and everything in between, it is now time for many people's favorite segment, buddy. It is Nova Top 10 Power Rankings time. And as always, brought to you by the law offices of David Marks. They are ready to stand by your side, fight for the justice you deserve. When you hire David Marks Law, you're hiring a team that believes in winning. Contact them today at davidmarkslaw.com. And let me tell you something, buddy. No one believes in winning more than I do. Nobody. And our guy Karnak, because Karnak, we'll talk about that next episode. He believes in winning too.
Yeah. I got quite a few. I have 6 teams right now from the outside looking in. I had so many teams it was hard for me to pick. I have 16 on the outside looking in.
I got a handful too. So let's start there, buddy. We are throwing a party, and there are apparently a lot of teams that are not invited to our party. And let's start it off at your house party. All right. Who's
So on the outside looking in,
in?
I've got Langley, Fairfax, Falls Church, Yorktown, South Lakes, and Mount Vernon.
Wow. Say it again.
Langley, Fairfax, Falls Church, Yorktown, South Lakes, Mount Vernon.
Some good teams on that list. You're being really, really a stickler for who's coming into your party. Jeez. You must be charging at the door or something. Wow. Good teams. I got a couple as well. Madison, Battlefield,
W&L, South Lakes, and Mount Vernon. So I got a large list too. They are on a few of those teams are on the cusp. Some got booted out already last week. They were already in. They were in.
Yeah.
But a few of them are coming back up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right.
drum roll. Top 10 Nova Power Rankings. The most respected top 10 power rankings. I mean, I've seen Carl Fredericks. I've seen NSMTs. I've seen Washington Post. I've seen USA Today top 25. Nothing compared to this top. This is the most prestigious in all of Virginia.
Or is the most infamous?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both.
All right, so I'm going to go first.
Number 10, what do you got?
I got Battlefield.
Wow, that's a big drop, but you'll come off a loss, you got to drop
them. Not just that, though, but the two games that probably should have lost, right? So I'm going to drop down to 10.
That's fair. Fair. So at number 10, Fairfax, the Maltese Falcon. Get on my back. I'll take you to the promised land at 10.
All right, at 9, I got W&L.
W&L. And they used to be up, and then they came off, but they're kind of rising again. It makes sense. At number 9, get the Celebrity Deli sandwiches packed up and ready, buddy. Coach Coogan and Falls Church Jaguars.
All right. At number 8, I got South County.
I mean, they're looking hotter and hotter every week, aren't they?
Yeah.
At number 8, Cole Sandberg and Langley at number 8.
All right. At number 7, I got Madison.
All right. Coming off of a loss. Okay. All right. Number 7, I've got South County. Let's go, baby.
All right. At number 6, I got Centerville.
Okay. All right. I like that. And I think we're going to start seeing a lot of Concord teams up here now. At number 6, Coach Vosser's got him back on track, buddy. Back on track. Westfield at number 6.
All right. And we're top 5, right?
Top 5.
At number 5, I got Patriot.
Look at that. Great minds think alike. Top 5. This separates the men from the boys. I've got Patriot at 5 as well. Big win.
At number 4, I got Westfield. I like one better than you do.
Okay. I thought you were going to say one of my teams. At number 4, I have a West. It's not Westfield. It's West Springfield. You got Booby Wickham. You got Scott Lewis. You got Anthony Bello. The triplets. Let's go.
At number 3, I like a little better than you do. I got West Springfield.
Oh, wow. Well, at number 3, I have the greatest show on turf of Nova, the Dan Marino of Nova, thrown to the Marx Brothers of Nova. I've got Centerville at number 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
They rocketed. Where were they at last week for you?
I don't even, I'll tell you where they, actually, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were at 6. Okay. Centerville's rocking and rolling right now. You know how I feel about them in West Springfield.
Yeah. All right. I'd imagine that these are the exact same for us. At number 2, I got Woodbridge.
Okay, so we're on the same track here. At number 2, I have Woodbridge. See, people say I have a problem with PW. I have no problem with PW. I got a Woodbridge team there, and I got Patriot at 5. That's pretty impressive.
And at number 1, should we just say it together?
Let's do it.
All right. And 3,
At 1.
2, at 1. You have Lake Braddock.
Braddock. I mean,
yeah.
Coach Doc has them going. Coach Crush and company, Coach Gall, Coach Smith, Coach Haggett, all these guys over there rocking and rolling, man.
Let me ask you, how excited will you be to see a Woodbridge Lake Braddock state semifinal game?
Wow. Wow. Bombs over Baghdad.
That would be
high flying.
Now, we're a ways away, and I don't want to see one of those teams have a home game. I want to see that neutral site.
Yeah.
Right.
I Lake Braddock is nice because it's right near me. So,
how about at Woodson? Big stand.
Yeah, go the old days. Which used to be the host.
Semifinal, Woodson High School,
They should.
big stands.
Yeah, why not? You're right. I mean, they're making all these changes and alterations. Go back to the neutral sites again.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're trying to make changes for the better.
Yeah.
But
State semifinal, I think the state semifinal should at the very least should be a neutral site. You want to see through the region, that's fine. But state semifinal, there's no way to determine who you think should be the higher seed. Unless maybe there's a head-to-head or something like that. But there isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. But yeah, Lake Braddock, number one, the consensus, number one. They've climbed their way. It took a little while to make. Were they your one last week?
No, last week Battlefield was one.
Yeah, me too. So Braddock had not cracked my one all season. So congrats to them.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. All right, buddy. Well, there it is. The top 10 Nova Power Rankings. Impressive squads on there. One last quick little tidbit that we've been doing every week. We call it a little sneak peek time. Sneak peek. If you just open that curtain up a little bit and kind of look in there. What are you seeing for next week?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the schedule.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you right now.
Okay.
Easy, and you might agree with me when you hear it. All eyes, Madison Centerville.
Oh, that's gonna be big.
Wow.
Yeah.
How's Madison going to attack the high-flying powered offense of Centerville?
Well, is there going to be a game at Concord that's not in the game of the week? If not two.
No, at this point, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Lake Braddock, West Springfield.
Is that next week?
No, but I'm saying when that.
Oh yeah. But I'm just saying as far as like games
Right.
of the week. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Lake Braddock. That'll be. I mean, a couple of games just kind of look at for next week. We talked about Herndon W&L.
Yeah.
Lake Braddock, West Potomac's not bad.
No.
Madison Centerville's the one that I've kind of highlighted. Kind of looking at the list. AC Fairfax
might be a good one.
And then, to your point, what you just said a minute ago, talking about Concord, Westfield Oakton's a huge one.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I'm gonna look and see. Right now you got me curious. I'm gonna take a. You know what would be an interesting matchup? Mount Vernon Robo.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Because where does a team like Mount Vernon stand? A team that they can dominate in national and that kind of stuff. When they got to play a team that's kind of a middling Patriot, where do they stand against that kind of opponent? I agree.
Is there another one? I'm curious about. Oh, you say why Herndon W&L is going to be?
Yeah. So good week, Nick. I'm actually really excited about this Friday.
Yeah. What are we talking about in a few days? In about
a few days, we're going to break them all down. This is just a sneak peek. Don't get too excited. All right, buddy. Well, enjoy your Sunday football today. I'm sure everybody will.
Yep.
And we'll see everybody in just a couple days. All right. So from Dash and Dan and all Hitches, see you next time.
See ya.